So again, we want to add these two fractions. But again, to add fractions, we have to rewrite the fractions so they have a common denominator. So notice that we do not have common denominators, so we cannot add these together. So our first objective is to find the least common denominator, so the LCD. So if we look at the denominator, well, the first one has an x plus 3, and the second one has an x minus 3. So we need both of those factors to have a common denominator. So our common denominator is actually those together. So if we look at this, we know that our denominator is going to be this x plus 3 times this x minus 3. So we have this x plus 3 times this x minus 3. So that's going to be what both of our fractions have, this x plus 3 times this x minus 3. Now, notice how the first one it had an x plus 3, so it's missing the x minus 3. So not only do we multiply the bottom by an x minus 3, but we also need to multiply the top by an x minus 3. So I'm going to have this 6 times this x minus 3 in the top. So notice how we multiply the top and bottom by an x minus 3. Now, the second fraction had an x minus 3, so it needs an x plus 3. So we're going to multiply the top and bottom by an x plus 3. So notice how we now see this x plus 3 on the top and the bottom. Now, we can put this together then as 6 times this x minus 3 plus 7 times x plus 3, and that's all over our common denominator, which is x plus 3 times x minus 3. Now, the issue with this, though, is it's got a little bit more work to be done. So this is a longer problem than we've been having. So let me make a little bit more room here. So what I can do to simplify this is go ahead and clean up the numerator. So I can multiply the 6 through. So this is going to turn into 6x minus 18. Plus then, I can multiply the 7 through. So that's going to be 7x plus 21. And then we have the common denominator of x plus 3 times x minus 3. But notice how we got to go one more way. We got to still combine like terms. So the 6x and the 7x would give me this 13x. And then this negative 18 and a 21. So negative 18 and a 21 would give me a 3. So 13x plus 3 would be my numerator. And on the denominator, I'd have x plus 3 times x minus 3. Now, if we revisit the numerator, it's not really factorable. So there's no factors that we can cancel out because the 13 is not in common with both of these terms, so I cannot factor out a 13. So it stays as is. That would be our final answer, is that expression.